The mountains and valleys of the Boland are fertile ground for producing some of the finest wines to be exported to the world. But on one Saturday every February, the world comes to Wellington. The Big Five, presented by Imbuko and Canetsfontein, is a single-day mountain bike race that has become a must-ride event for top professionals and serious amateurs. The field in 2025 was next level. The best of the best from South Africa and Europe had thrown their hats into the ring.
The UCI field at the Imbuko Big Five stacked today. It's going to be a great day out there. Can't wait for the cliffhanger. Up and down is superb. All the switchbacks, you lose count, there's so many. Thanks to all the trail builders who've put so much effort in. We're looking forward to an amazing 3,000 meters of climbing and descending.
77 kilometers and 3,000 meters of climbing. Along the way, riders experience the greatest hits of the extensive trail network in the area.
Expect the unexpected, I think. I don't actually know what to expect, and every time I ask people, they're like, you'll only know once you finish. So yeah, it's going to be fun, I think, but I am I'm nervous for these massive climbs.
I think you always hurt the most going up to cliffhanger, and then probably going down is the most fun. Best part about today is we climb halfway and we also descend halfway, and I always say, like, I look so forward to the downhills here. Everything is so rewarding. I'm looking forward to seeing some new numbers.
Sarah Hill giving us an absolute masterclass on how to tackle the descent after cliffhanger. It's absolutely superb stuff.
There are no half measures, no half distance, no e-bikes. The Big Five, presented by Imbuko and Canetsfontein, is unashamedly tough. The list of top stars reads like a who's who of international mountain biking, and one man relishing the prospect of racing was Imbuko Chem champs Marco Joubert.
No, I think it just gave us confidence today. When we saw the lineup, we were definitely like, it's going to be on today. Nino Schurter is the goat of XCO and Epic, just cycling in general. And his whole team, Filipo Colombo, Matt Beers, multiple Cape Epic winner. Luke Moir was also strong today, and he's been crushing it at the under 23 XCO. So, I mean, there are a lot of dudes that race international, and not just race, but like perform internationally. And yeah, we are, and we could stick with them. So yeah, keen for Epic.
Obviously, having Nino and the whole Scott SRAM team here is amazing, and same with all the European riders. It just ups all our SA guys' levels, and you've seen Tristan and Marco, obviously they're upping the game every time, and that's what we need, you know. It's healthy for the sport, and it just continues to grow.
The Imbuko Chem champ team are in good shape. Tristan Nortje, Marco Joubert, Rudy Kuhn and young Luke Moir are making themselves heard among the international stars.
Yeah, definitely. I think the topic for our team this year has been like, hulle weet nie wat ons weet nie. And we really want to just showcase the flag. So yeah, just want to keep this momentum and show that we can race against these dudes.
Toyota Specialized hometown hero Johan van Zyl sitting on Dutchman Hans Becking's wheel. The early lead group, Nortje, Colombo, Beers, Moir and Belgian champion Wout Alleman. Marco Joubert showing Nino Schurter the way up the mountain a few seconds behind the leaders. Few know the way better. These are Joubert's home trails. Nortje absolutely roasting the descent. Beers was on the limit to stay in touch. It was white-knuckle stuff. And of course the best of the best, Schurter, who just couldn't resist a whip.
It's a beautiful route. That's actually why I'm starting. I was planned actually just to train now in South Africa. I'll be here for good training. But yeah, then I was like, it's such a cool route. Memories from last year, epic going over this climb. So yeah, that's why I decided to race, and hopefully have some good legs and get some intense racing.
Also back was Candice Lill.
I must say it's a bit of a different feeling to be able to do this race without having to measure my effort or measure my form where I am for Epic. So I could do it in a way that's like actually more enjoyable, and yeah, just I actually started quite hard today just to like get a bit of an effort in, and then definitely felt it a little bit towards the end, but for me it's a big tick for that sort of threshold and long riding. It's a good base for me.
I mean, it's just so fun to have so many climbing trails. Like, it's not very often that you get to climb up trails the whole time, let alone in a race. So I mean, just you have to be on it the whole time for sure. And yeah, the trails and riding here is really incredible.
Johnston was among a number of debutants, unlike Sam Sanders, who won the other big one, Attakwas, in January. Bianca Hoare was having her first taste of the event.
I didn't know what to expect, and I sort of looked at the route profile, but you can never make out what's going to happen. And the pace started super fast, and the first hill I was like nowhere, and I had to give myself a pep talk. I dropped like right back, and I was like, flip, what is happening here? Told myself I chose to do this, I paid to do this, so I must flip and enjoy it. So yeah, slowly found my legs and then made my way up the field, but yeah, it was cool.
The biggest climb was Imbuko, 27 kilometres in. It's 12 k's of forest road, rough, dual track and single track, eventually topping out at 1,000 metres above sea level. The lead group was all in. Moir, Schurter, Colombo, Moir, Tristan and Joubert all fighting for the lead into the switchback climb, taking them to the cliffhanger descent.
Yeah, no, I definitely had the legs today. Knew the trails, knew the climbs, home trails. So yeah, I felt comfortable on all the climbs, and yeah, I made a break on the cliffhanger climb, the KM climb, and yeah, I just capitalized on the descent, tried to keep it steady and fast, and got to the water point, was bargaining on, yeah, fed well. And just I think a few hundred meters after the water point, I took a wrong turn. And yeah, I backtracked, and yeah, when I heard again, I was 6th on the road from 1st to 6th in 5 minutes time. So yeah, then it was just chase to the finish, and yeah, I ended up in 1st.
Beers was now a strong contender as he laid down the heat. Joubert and Luke Moir were a few seconds behind him as they ascended the 6k Groenberg climb. Joubert dropped off, and privateer Moir hung with Beers. The harsh terrain and brutal climbs had taken a toll. Gaps are opening and closing as the lead changed hands regularly. Scott Stram's Filipo Colombo is the Swiss XCO champion, which says all you need to know about his class. Behind him, Beers was looking strong, until disaster struck the Toyota Specialized man.
Obviously hit a big rock and kind of exploded the wheel. I was in the lead, I didn't even know it until I saw Filipo coming full gas, and I was pretty poked because I was just chasing nothing essentially. But yeah, good race, super hard, and yeah, go back home, and hopefully my legs are not too sore from walking.
Colombo was able to keep it together over the closing kilometres to claim a second consecutive win at the Big Five presented by Imbuko and Canetsfontein. Marco Joubert in the Imbuko Chemchamp colours took 2nd place, and a superb ride by Luke Moir as he took 3rd. Schurter was 4th and Moir in 5th. Candice Lill won't be racing the Absa Cape Epic due to her focus on the XCO World Cup Series, so she could put in some big efforts and ride without worrying about the 8-day race to come.
Yeah, I was quite a lot on my own, so I spent a lot of time just me and my thoughts, and yeah, those downhills are so long. I mean, obviously the climbs are as well, but that's the beauty of this race, is that once you get to the top, you know you have 10, 15 minutes or more of just that beautiful flowy descending.
I don't think I've raced 5 hours in a couple years now, so I mean, definitely get some good training in the legs today.
22-year-old Emily Johnston won an Under-23 World Cup and was 3rd at the Under-23 Worlds last year. Bianca Hoare of Safari Essence Titan Racing was on the charge after a slow start. Sam Sanders of Efficient Infinity Insure was in 4th place, a few minutes behind Hall. Candice Lill crossed the line after 4 hours and 33 minutes to take another victory at the Big Five presented by Imbuko and Canetsfontein. Scott Stram's Canadian star Emily Johnston was 10 minutes behind her in 2nd, with Hall 6 minutes further back in 3rd. German Karl Platt and Lesotho's Tumelo Make were just 2 of more than 320 riders who conquered the Big Five presented by Imbuko and Canetsfontein. A world-class podium for a world-class race. The ever-graceful Candice Lill made a clean sweep, Queen of the Mountains, and overall winner of the women's race. 2 Swiss and 3 South Africans in the men's top 5. And 3 locals and a Canadian and a Dane in the women's top 5, with Marlene Denyer the last of the sub-5 hour finishers. It's a serious challenge, but then you get to ride these insane trails. Why not put the Big Five presented by Imbuko and Canetsfontein on your calendar for next year?